I'd like to thank you for joining us today for the State of the City of Rosenberg with Mayor Vincent Morales Jr.
Left, right, left. Detail. Halt. Left. Peace. Present. Pause.
Please join me in honoring our nation's flag. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Right. Peace. Forward. March. Left, right, left.
Down the streets last Sunday came and to go and kind of me. Suddenly a voice echoed forth neighbors for the picture on a wider street. And the voice said, "Neighbor, there's a million reasons why you should be glad in all four seasons. If the wrong neighbor, you can curse and shout. Spread the religion of the rhythm of life. The rhythm of life is a powerful beat. There's a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the streets, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Together, rhythm of life, tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, tingle in your feet, and the rhythm of life and tingle in your feet. Together, rhythm of life, tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, tingle in your feet, and the rhythm of life and tingle in your feet. Gospel in Milwaukee, take a walkie-talkie to Rocky Ridge. All the way to Canton and to Scranton, you can tell us that we're the Mountain Bridge. We will make a new sensation, category, congregation, melancholy, operation, here we know. And a quiet, everyone, keep the music flying, get the rhythm, go, 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 go. We will make a new sensation, association, melancholy, operation, here we know. And a quiet, everyone, congregation, here we go, go, go. We will make a new sensation, category, congregation, melancholy, operation, here we know.
every great man. Well, you know how it goes. Perhaps in our case today, beside every great man. Beside him, hand in hand, is a great woman. The Economic Development Director of the City of Sugar Land is married to the Mayor of Rosenberg. Regina Morales is no stranger to most of us here today. And her own career, her life, and her work in Fort Bend County is certainly her own shining star. Regina Morales, before serving in her current position, began her economic development career 17 years ago as she worked with the Greater Fort Bend EDC with the City of Rosenberg. And she started the Katy EDC and worked in a similar position there. Regina has risen to a place of leader in the economic development world, not just in the greater Houston area or even in southeast Texas, but throughout the state and throughout the U.S. If you've ever asked Regina Morales what it's like to have her job and be married to the mayor of another city, you know that she responds to that question like she does to every question. With grace, a sharp intellect, a keen sense of polity, and her otherwise disarming smile and charm. You would never know it by her extensive resume, nor would you guess it by meeting her, but Regina Morales is mother to 2 grown children, both married, and she is a grandmother of a beautiful little girl named Madeline and an adorable 7-month-old grandson named William. Regina is the archetype of the modern woman, professional, poised, active in the life of her family and the life of her community, supportive of her husband, and a businesswoman with which to be reckoned. It is my pleasure, it is my privilege to introduce to you my friend, whom the citizens of the City of Rosenberg know as their First Lady, Regina Morales.
Vincent was not destined for politics, but instead politics found him, or perhaps politics moved him. Vincent is a leader, decisive, a visionary, a builder of consensus, a risk taker, and he is a loving husband, father, grandfather, and friend to many of whom are whispering today. Thank you for being here. I met the the mayor of Rosenberg when we were students at the University of Houston on a blind date, and interestingly, not with each other. But that's a story for another time. As a businessman, Vincent has experience in the corporate world. He started with the main companies, moving like recognizing employees. As a college student, he was personally selected for the executive management track. He was savvy not only in sales, but also his management of people. And he was the youngest executive over in that program. He has also experienced the ups and downs of a well-known to many small business owners. He's either been owner or co-owner of several small businesses, and he has negotiated contracts, secured low costs, managed the operations, carefully selected, and managed the risk with partners and investments, and even taken out the trash. All of this in the same long day. He founded Greenscape Associates in 2004, and since that time, the company has grown to over 250 clients and quickly approaching $3 million in sales. It creates jobs in our community. That's what us economic development practitioners love about. However, in 2010, Vincent and I began the journey that would lead him to the mayor's seat in Rosenberg City Hall. I have the distinct pleasure of knowing
the day is done, the twilight has turned to night, and the city of Rosenberg is quiet. Vincent is always thinking about what will make Rosenberg and Portland the best community in the state of Texas. He is a true public servant, and he is always thinking. So please join in the warning and welcome the mayor of the city of Rosenberg, Vincent.
As well as to share with you the great things that are going on in our community. Before we get started, I would like to recognize some key groups. My fellow members of the Rosenberg Council, those in attendance, would you please stand? The City of Rosenberg staff, under the direction of Interim City Manager and Chief of Police, Robert Rossian. I would like to ask the staff the staff of both chambers of commerce and Central Fort Bend Chamber, under the direction of Shanta Cool and the Fort Bend Chamber, and the direction of Kerry Smith. Please give these two wonderful groups a round of applause for the work that they do to grow our community. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus." As the city's leadership, it is our job to articulate a vision for the future of the community based on facts about where we currently stand and what obstacles we face in the coming years. The vision must provide for the development of the community overall. Rosenberg is at a geographic and logistic heart of Fort Bend County. Rosenberg encompasses approximately 108 square miles, 37.2 within our corporate limits, and an additional 70.8 in our ETJ. This is a vast amount of space, the majority of which is currently undeveloped. Rosenberg offers access to a diverse and affordable workforce, large tracts of undeveloped land, and modern highway, rail, and utilities infrastructure. In terms of potential for future commercial development, our community, along with Richmond, represents some of the first undeveloped tracts of land along the I-69 corridor when leaving Houston. Additionally, Rosenberg's location on the major rail and interstate routes has encouraged the development of manufacturing, distribution facilities, pharmaceutical, research and production, national recognized retailers, and new affordable residential subdivisions. Rosenberg's geographic location and ease of access also places it in a prime retail trade area. We've experienced phenomenal growth over the course of the last decade. Thanks to our business-friendly atmosphere, strategic location, convenient access to the Port of Freeport and the Port of Houston, and a superb quality of life. Between 2000 and 2010, Rosenberg's population grew by approximately 30% to nearly 31,000. Housing continues to develop with 435 new homes and 676 new platted plots for 2013. Between 2009 and 2013, the City of Rosenberg added over 1,300 new jobs to our employment base. Our current unemployment rate is 6.6%, lower both than the Texas and national rates. The city is in good financial standing for fiscal year 2014. Due to growth in the property tax base from the commercial development and annexation, and the increase in sales tax revenues, which make up the largest portion of the general fund revenues, at 43%, followed by our property taxes of 18%. Total taxable assessed value for the city has more than doubled in the last 10 years to $1.76 billion in 2012. Residential comprises of 43% and commercial 57%. The city's sales tax revenues have increased 16% from fiscal year 09 to fiscal year 2012, and are tracking approximately $250,000 ahead of fiscal year 2012, with 1 month remaining in this fiscal year of 2013. Brazos Town Center continues to grow along with redevelopment along South Highway 36 and US 90A. The growth of the past 10 years is just the beginning of what is yet to come, which means that the city leadership is challenged to provide necessary services and infrastructure to accommodate growth and quality, sustainable development while balancing the needs of existing residents and businesses, and improving existing aged infrastructure. Rosenberg has great natural assets. We enjoy 9 distinct municipal park spaces. The city's prime natural area, Seaboard Creek Nature Park, located off of South Highway 36, just south of the Rosenberg Civic Center, is being transformed under the watchful eye of a great group of volunteers. The Coastal Prairie Chapter of Texas Master Naturalists. Some of the projects the group has undertaken include creating a prairie restoration area and demonstration areas for native plants, and restoring native habitats for wildlife and wetland rejuvenation. The group has worked on the development of a master plan for Seaboard Creek Nature Park, which includes a nature center, additional signage, shelters, trails, etc. I encourage you all to come out and see what great nature is offered in central Fort Bend County. The city's Parks and Recreation Department has ramped up community programming at our Civic Center to include fencing, fitness classes, line dancing, sewing, painting, and public health courses, in addition to running seasonal softball leagues and putting on annual community events. The City of Rosenberg and the Rosenberg Development Corporation are proud to join Aldi Inc., the nation's leading price grocery chain, in announcing Rosenberg as the location of a new 650,000 square foot distribution center and divisional headquarters. The new Aldi facility will serve the company's emerging Houston market. The distribution center and divisional headquarters will be located along US 98, just west of Road Road. The track will provide Aldi prime access to Interstate 69. The center is expected to add more than 150 jobs and a capital expenditure investment of more than $60 million to the local economy. Construction on the facility is anticipated to begin in early 2014 with completion in October of 2015. The 650,000 distribution center and divisional headquarters will officially open for business early 2016. Aldi considered 30 sites in Houston before selecting the Rosenberg site. Initial discussions with Aldi were facilitated by the Greater Houston Partnership in September of 2011. The city and RDC worked in conjunction with the Fort Bend County leadership and the Greater Fort Bend Economic Development Council to recruit Aldi. The impact of the new Aldi facility is not limited just to the city of Rosenberg. It will also positively impact the business community at large, Lamar, CISD, Fort Bend County, and neighboring communities. We are excited that Aldi has selected Rosenberg for the distribution center and divisional headquarters. We look forward to witnessing Aldi's success in Rosenberg and the Houston metropolitan market, and to working with them as a corporate partner for years to come. The City of Rosenberg and Rosenberg Development Corporation has partnered with 4 realty partners to create Rosenberg's first deeded restricted business park. The Rosenberg Business Park is a 184-acre business park located on FM 2218, less than a half a mile from Interstate 69. It is a product of a public and private partnership between the city, the RDC, and Fuller Realty Partners. Fuller Realty Partners will own the land and utilize their expertise to market and develop the property for commercial use. Shovel-ready sites are anticipated in 2014. Fuller Realty Properties is privately owned investment firm and development real estate firm headquartered in Houston. The Rosenberg Business Park is an important part of our strategy to attract quality development to Rosenberg, bringing with it new jobs and capital investment. The ability to offer shovel-ready sites will greatly enhance our ability to attract new businesses. In addition to the Aldi Divisional Headquarters and Distribution Center, the Rosenberg Business Park, we have several other notable business developments. The Reading Road Professional Office Park is located on Reading Road north of FM 2218 and is targeted towards business owners, banks, insurance agencies, medical and dental specialties, law firms, account executives, etc. It will provide an upscale environment, including 37 lots for professional office buildings up to 5,000 square feet. Superior Tank Company manufactures and installs a complete line of bolted steel storage tanks for common water, wastewater, fire protection, and crude oil. Superior Tank Company purchased an 8,000 square foot office warehouse building on Baymore to serve their expanding Gulf Coast region business. CTEX, which relocated to Rosenberg in 2007, is experiencing huge growth. The industry leader in turnkey chemical compounding relocated its Houston facility to the former Alvis Plastics building off of South 36 in Rosenberg. Thanks in part to an incentive package provided by the RDC, the city, and Fort Bend County. Since then, CTEX has steadily expanded and now occupies a combined of 510,000 square feet on 57 acres in 4 locations, 3 totaling 330,000 square feet, of which is in Rosenberg. CTEX also recently celebrated an important milestone when in June of this year, it held a ribbon-cutting ceremony in conjunction with Texas grocery giant H-E-B to celebrate the launching of H-E-B's new detergent product line, Bravo Plus. In addition to the new distribution center, Aldi plans to open a new 17,000 square foot retail store in Rosenberg on Reading Road between FM 2218 and Interstate 69 in the spring of 2014. It will be their flagship store because having the facility as far as the distribution center and the corporate headquarters, it will become their flagship store for the area. The vibrancy and rejuvenation of our downtown is indicative of the strong entrepreneurial spirit and the can-do attitude of Rosenberg businesses. None of their recent accomplishments would have been able to happen without a strong, shared vision of what the future of historic downtown Rosenberg will look like. The city must partner with these businesses and community groups to continue to promote and develop historic downtown Rosenberg as a shopping, dining, arts, and entertainment destination. If I could, I'd like to take a quick moment to recognize everyone who has something to do with the revitalization of downtown, because I know that there are a lot of you that are in attendance here today. So if you played a part, please stand and be recognized. The most recent chapter in the bright history of historic downtown is the area's official designation by the Texas Commission on the Arts as a recognized cultural district in the state. The application for this designation was undertaken by then newly formed Historic Downtown Rosenberg Division of the Central Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce. A delegation of Rosenberg representatives traveled to Austin in mid-September for the official PCA action designating the district. Simultaneous to completing the extensive application, the same group also completed plans for and carried out what is to be an annual event, Tour the Arts in Rosenberg, to be celebrated in historic downtown. Downtown Rosenberg has come a long way, but as the city, we have a long way further to go to help encourage continued development and investment. Some ongoing projects in the downtown area supporting continued economic development are securing property for and constructing additional off-street parking, renovation of the Cold Theater, and the old City Hall building. There are also continued infrastructure projects for downtown, sidewalks, lighting, etc., that will be included in a future bond election. The photos included on the slide are courtesy of BAC Photography and Design, the official photographer of downtown Rosenberg. A big thanks to them for documenting this. And many other events, and for so willingly sharing their work. The September Tour of the Arts event featured a visual and performing arts throughout our downtown area. The event was a great success and tons of fun, even given with the rain we had that day. If this event was a sneak preview of what's to come from downtown Rosenberg, we have a lot to look forward to in the future. If you haven't been to downtown in a while, I encourage you to stop by. There's truly something for everyone. Grab tickets to a great play at Cass Theatrical. Have a glass of wine or craft beer at BR Vino. Or take a delicious meal at another town soda company, Old Romo Cafe, or Bob's Tacos. And very soon, enjoy a coffee and pastry at the Main Street Bakery. Shop till you drop. Get your hair and nails done, or buy a first-class piece of art at the Imperial Gallery. Experience the Houston Symphony, the Houston Chamber Choir, Rosenberg Symphonic Band, or your first opera at the Center for the Arts. Need homemade furniture or a gift? We've got that too. And just about any antique or vintage you could imagine. From 1999 to 2012, Part 1 crimes have decreased by 49% in Rosenberg. Over the same period, but over that same period, calls for service have nearly doubled. This uniform crime report data indicates that Rosenberg Police Department's philosophy of policing with the community is helping the department meeting the growing demands for service of our expanding community. Community policing coupled with investments in people and technology help the department relentlessly pursue excellence, to borrow a phrase from the command staff. The long and short of it, Rosenberg is safe, and the Rosenberg Police Department is dedicated to policing smarter and cooperatively in order to keep it that way, as I think you'll see in the coming slides. The RPD is truly setting the standard for community policing. In just a year, the police department has amassed 12,000 Facebook likes and is an industry leader in social media, taking an active role in sharing crime information with the community, providing tips, answering questions, and using the media to convey the ins and outs of their job to the populace at large through activities such as tweet-alongs. And to entice top-notch recruits, we must replicate this model throughout the city in order to help meet the challenges we face. RPD's approach takes a team of dedicated personnel who monitor social media 24/7 and who create and present engaging content to their audience. You'll see some more examples of this displayed currently, including a little good old-fashioned humor to keep it real. In June of this year, the police department recently received an honor bestowed by the Texas Police Chiefs Association as a recognized law enforcement agency. RPD is only the 82nd agency to be awarded this designation in the state, out of over 2,600 law enforcement agencies in Texas. The voluntary designation process included a rigorous evaluation and audit to ensure compliance with 165 law enforcement best practices. The city's Animal Control Department is another testament of doing more with less. Our 2 animal control officers do a great job of utilizing volunteers and the community at large to help them accomplish their goals and provide top-notch services to Rosenberg. They extended their reach by utilizing Facebook and Pet Finder many years ago and have had people come from all over the nation to adopt pets from the Rosenberg shelter. The city's new animal control facility, located immediately adjacent to the existing one on Blooming Road, is slated to open in the very near future. The new facility will provide approximately 2,600 square feet of office and kennel space with improved areas for animal care and adoption. The facility is also home to the first rainwater harvesting system. The fire department is also preparing for the growth that we will be experiencing. Fire station number 3 is currently under construction just off of FM 2977 south of Brady Road. The city has also acquired 2 trucks to serve Rosenberg, a Quint ladder truck, and most recently, the compressed air pump system rescue pumper pictured on the slide. The department has added 9 additional firefighters, and the addition of a new station and crew has made room for promotions and advancements within the department. The department strives to continually improve services and enhance fire protection for the community, and to achieve key goals for fire protection in order to continue enhancement to the city's insurance service office rating, which affects property insurance rates for residents and businesses. The fire department also has an active Facebook page which includes fire safety tips and the like. And you guessed it, the requisite police department joke. The fire department also does a great job of community engagement and has an active Facebook page which includes fire safety tips and the like. And you guessed it, I would be sorry. As community leaders, it is our job to find ways to encourage the community at large, not just our constituents that we hear from regularly. To meet the demands of our changing community, we have to find out what they want and adjust our actions accordingly. This is no easy task. In the coming year, Rosenberg will implement video recording and streaming of our city council meetings in an effort to encourage community engagement and increase transparency. We are also working on several other things, social media included, that will help the city as a whole communicate more effectively with the populace. Nothing we do would be possible without partners. As we discuss accomplishments and projects, challenges, etc., I feel that it's imperative for us to think about everything in a cooperative term. We must work hand in hand with partners to manage growth to the best of our ability and to tackle shared issues and concerns. There's no way I can talk about all that's been done or that's being done, but I wanted to briefly highlight some of the major accomplishments over the past year that I won't be able to cover in detail today. The completion of the FM 22 widening project in conjunction with TxDOT, the Blooming Road improvement project completion, neighborhood park improvements, including the demolition of pools at Travis and Brazos Parks, and improvements including a new basketball court at Sunset Park. Continue Keep Rosenberg beautiful activities, including beautification projects at the City Hall gazebo, Travis and Macario Gracia Parks. Designation as a train town USA to celebrate Union Pacific's 150-year anniversary. Opening of the Imperial Arts Center for the Arts in historic downtown Rosenberg. Expansion of our reclaimed water distribution system to serve the B.F. Terry School Complex, and development of a master plan for the distribution system throughout the city. Working with TxDOT in preparation of the freeway expansion since the designation of US 59 as Interstate I-69 through Rosenberg. Development and growth of the city's volunteer program called RED. Rosenberg encourages vital volunteerism. Completion of additional improvements to sidewalks in areas around Jackson, Taylor Ray, and Travis Elementary Schools for pedestrian connectivity. Civic Center upgrades including paint and AV systems. Addition of SCADA systems technology to the water utility system. Continuation of sanitary sewer replacement projects to reduce inflow and infiltration. Rosenberg is a growing community with growing needs, which means more resources must be allocated to meet those needs. The status quo won't cut it any longer. With overall county growth anticipated to skyrocket to 1 million residents by 2025, a 60% increase from today's population of approximately 625,000. And Rosenberg's population density expected to shift from 2,000 to nearly 3,200 people per square mile, and from 1,200 to over 2,000 jobs per square mile over the same time period. We clearly have a lot of planning to do. The growth is inevitable. How we choose to mold it to the benefit of the Rosenberg community in the long run is the imperative factor in charting a course toward our vision. The demographic trends and data have been studied and analyzed by key planning groups such as HGAC and TxDOT. And these entities are acting and planning accordingly. We've got to keep on board and lead the way for over 100 square miles that we one day will be Rosenberg proper. The city must undertake an aggressive capital campaign improvement to update aged infrastructure to keep up with the demand of the new growth and to lay the groundwork for future development. We must work in cooperation with TxDOT to accomplish key mobility projects for Rosenberg up in the next year, including the expansion of I-69, the extension of Spur 10 to South 36, and the one-way pairs with improvements along FM 1640 and US 90A through our downtown area. The city's CIP for 2014 includes the TxDOT I-69 expansion project, one-way pairs, the widening of Bryan Road, the widening of Airport Avenue, the HGAC US 90 Access Management Project, coordinated with the West Fort Bend Management District. Street overlay and reconstruction, state infrastructure implementation to enhance the city's ability to provide clean water and dispose of waste in a sanitary and less expensive manner. Continued Dry Creek and Seaborn Creek drainage improvements, the expansion of water plant number 5, and continued sanitary sewer improvements. Of all our concerns regarding infrastructure to support our community in the future, water is the most pressing. Rosenberg must convert 30% of groundwater usage by 2016 and 60% by 2025 to meet the Fort Bend Subsidence District mandates. We have partnered with the City of Richmond to find an alternate water source. The cost of attaining the Fort Bend Subsidence District's mandate for groundwater reduction is phenomenal. And it is our duty to investigate all possible water resources in order to select the most effective. long-term sustainable solution for our communities while being good stewards of our limited natural resources. We have identified a sustainable, long-term, cost-effective solution that could benefit each of our communities in Fort Bend County in the long run. This alternate source involves transporting groundwater from the Blue Bonnet Groundwater Conservation District. And we are committed to pursuing it to meet the Subsidence District's mandate conversion. It is our job to find ways to encourage the community at large, not just our constituents that we hear from regularly. To meet the demands of our changing community, we have to find out what they want and adjust our actions accordingly. This is no easy task. In the coming year, Rosenberg will implement video recording and streaming of our city council meetings in an effort to encourage community engagement and increase transparency. We are also working on several other things, social media included, that will help the city as a whole communicate more effectively with the populace. Nothing we do would be possible without partners. As we discuss accomplishments and projects, challenges, etc., I feel that it's imperative for us to think about everything in a cooperative term. We must work hand in hand with partners to manage growth to the best of our ability and to tackle shared issues and concerns. There's no way I can talk about all that's been done or that's being done, but I wanted to briefly highlight some of the major accomplishments over the past year that I won't be able to cover in detail today. The completion of the FM22 widening project in conjunction with TxDOT, the Bloomy Road improvement project completion, neighborhood park improvements, including the demolition of pools at Travis and Brazos Parks, and improvements including a new basketball court at Sunset Park. Continue Keep Rosenberg Beautiful activities, including beautification projects at the City Hall gazebo, Travis and Macario Gracia Parks. Designation as a train town USA to celebrate Union Pacific's 150-year anniversary. Opening of the Imperial Arts Center for the Arts in historic downtown Rosenberg. Expansion of our reclaimed water distribution system to serve the B.F. Terry School complex and development of a master plan for the distribution system throughout the city. Working with TxDOT in preparation of the freeway expansion since the designation of US 59 as Interstate I-69 through Rosenberg. Development and growth of the city's volunteer program called RED, Rosenberg Encourages Vital Volunteerism. Completion of additional improvements to sidewalks in areas around Jackson, Taylor Ray, and Travis Elementary Schools for pedestrian connectivity. Civic Center upgrades including paint and AV systems. Addition of SCADA systems and technology to the water utility system. Continuation of sanitary sewer replacement projects to reduce inflow and infiltration. Rosenberg is a growing community with growing needs, which means more resources must be allocated to meet those needs. The status quo won't cut it any longer. With overall county growth anticipated to skyrocket to 1 million residents by 2025, a 60% increase from today's population of approximately 625,000. And Rosenberg's population density expected to shift from 2,000 to nearly 3,200 people per square mile, and from 1,200 to over 2,000 jobs per square mile over the same time period. We clearly have a lot of planning to do. The growth is inevitable. How we choose to mold it to the benefit of the Rosenberg community in the long run is the imperative factor in charting a course toward our vision. The demographic trends and data have been studied and analyzed by key planning groups such as HGAC and TxDOT. And these entities are acting and planning accordingly. We've got to keep on board and lead the way for over 100 square miles that we one day will be Rosenberg proper. The city must undertake an aggressive capital campaign improvement to update aging infrastructure, to keep up with the demand of the new growth, and to lay the groundwork for future development. We must work in cooperation with TxDOT to accomplish key mobility projects for Rosenberg up in the next year, including the expansion of I-69, the extension of Spur 10 to South 36, and the one-way pairs with improvements along FM 1640 and US 90A through our downtown area. The city's CIP for 2014 includes the TxDOT I-69 expansion project, one-way pairs, the widening of Bryan Road, the widening of Airport Avenue, the HGAC US 90 Access Management Project, coordinated with the West Fort Bend Management District. Street overlay and reconstruction, state infrastructure implementation to enhance the city's ability to provide clean water, and dispose of waste in a sanitary and less expensive manner. Continued Dry Creek and Seaborn Creek drainage improvements, the expansion of water plant number 5, and continued sanitary sewer improvements. Of all our concerns regarding infrastructure to support our community in the future, water is the most pressing. Rosenberg must convert 30% of groundwater usage by 2016 and 60% by 2025 to meet the Fort Bend Subsidence District mandates. We have partnered with the City of Richmond to find an alternate water source. The cost of attaining the Fort Bend Subsidence District's mandate for groundwater reduction is phenomenal. And it is our duty to investigate all possible water resources in order to select the most effective, long-term sustainable solution for our communities while being good stewards of our limited natural resources. We have identified a sustainable, long-term, cost-effective solution that could benefit each of our communities in Fort Bend County in the long run. This alternate source involves transporting groundwater from the Blue Bonnet Groundwater Conservation District. And we are committed to pursuing it to meet the Subsidence District's mandated conversions. Recently, in conjunction with the City of Rosenberg, we challenged the actions of the Fort Bend Subsidence District to amend its regulatory plan in a manner that would not restrict this transport. We also are working in conjunction with Electropurification, LLC, the well applicant for the BGCD, to perform additional groundwater and subsidence modeling to provide the required technical data to determine more precisely the effects of the pumpage as requested in EP's permit application. In efforts to reduce groundwater use, the City of Rosenberg has also undertaken water conservation measures, including a reclaim, distribution, and reuse system. We currently utilize reclaimed water at some of our wastewater treatment facilities for irrigation at Seaborn Creek Park, and have expanded the distribution system to serve Lamar Consolidated Athletic Facilities at the B.F. Terry High School complex. Today I try to portray an accurate picture of Rosenberg, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as they say. My goal as mayor is to set the city on a track to accommodate the coming growth and to lay the foundation for Rosenberg's future as a vibrant hub of the Gulf Coast. A great place to live, work, do business, play, visit, and raise a family. What should set the course for our navigation is what we are going to encounter, not what we've already been through. As City Council, it is our job to cause projects to be done and priorities to be set in accordance with the stated vision, to listen to, incorporate ideas from, and educate the general public regarding the priorities, projects, and vision of the city. It is in these ways that we add value to the democratic process and provide direction for the future of our city. My vision is to guide development and manage growth in a way that facilitates improvements in job opportunities, quality of life, educational opportunities, and that nurtures an engaged community. An increasing and diversified tax base, great neighborhoods, unique attractions, and a true sense of place that combines the uniqueness of our past with the promise of our future. These factors will combine to create jobs, attract quality development, and new residents, making Rosenberg once again the hub of the Gulf Coast. I want to thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to continuing to work with each and every one of you for a better Rosenberg and Fort Bend County. Thank you very much.